Welcome back to the Shrouded Isle. When we left off, we had just killed off the coward. And now we must find the pervert and encourage penitence. Luckily, we have a lot of obedience we can sacrifice, and actually a fair bit of fervor. Oh, we're up to 48. Pretty good. Discipline is problematic. Penitence is problematic. We need to get penitence up to 50, and discipline's up to 23 or something. We have to kill the pervert, so that will improve discipline by 15 at the end. So as long as I get discipline up to maybe 10 or so, I should be okay. I need to focus on penitence more. I actually might not want to kill the pervert if I can get discipline up normally and get penitence up through killing someone. Because getting the penitence up through 30 when I don't really know the major virtues, I need to find someone who's accusatory or just, but we'll see. Let's go visit the tower. People seem to be cured. Oh, Hana is superstitious. Very nice, very nice. Alright, we're just going to let people go. There's no reason to keep them. Alright. We may need to use them. Oh, my mailbox is empty! There's all those extra events during time. We also need to watch out for Cadwell. They are at minus 31, and Blackborn is at minus 32 because we killed someone, and we can't kill another Blackborn. But I think the thing is we can kill a Cadwell. No. An Efferson. I should know. Alright, so we know we're going to try and kill Misha. We could check to see her virtue, but it doesn't really matter. Let's take some inquiries on some other people. Like, I don't know, you're complacent. What's your virtue? Penitent. Okay. Hi, you're dead. I probably shouldn't have done that quickly, but, yeah, she's dead. Luckily, they're neutral. As long as I can maybe... If I could use her once, at least a little bit, that should improve the, just improve their relations overall. Cadwell. We are probably going to use Hana because we need to use Cadwell for something. Unfortunately, Hana is useless for us. But, you know, that's just the way it is. We're going to find Ivan. Off he goes, then. Honestly, we could end up killing them accidentally. And, begin inquiry. I guess we'll inquire about nobody because there's nothing to inquire about. So, a point of... I don't know if we could inquire about the dead people. Can we inquire about dead people? No. Okay. So, we've got her, because she's really our only option. Blackborn. Okay, so the thing is, Efferson has ignorance and anti-discipline, so we basically can't use her. Hana, we said, was pro-ignorance, anti-fervor. Not helpful. Remember, we're looking for discipline and penitence, and we're looking at the obedience people, so, well, us. We have two people acting strangely. One of them is morbid and fervorish, so it's not useful. Neither is this guy. We need discipline and penitence. No one here is particularly penitent, unless it was one of these two. So, but let's see what his virtue is. Ascetic! Oh, that's great. That means that we can use him maybe once, maybe twice. I mean, we don't even need to because killing the pervert will do a lot. So, before we make... I mean, Milos has been the advisor a couple times. He's been actually very good. The responsibility is good for him, you know. And the obedience is going to be perfectly fine. Vedim we have to kill at some point, but not yet. You know, play the long game there. Before I select... actually, I don't know why I'd say before I select him. I'm appointed anyways. Before I select him, let me go ahead and select him. We absolutely need penitence, good penitence from Yosefka and Kegni. Without them, we're dead in the water. We have one thing of penitence from Ladislas, and then there's Edine. We only have one inquiry. Given that Edine only has a 1 in 5 of actually being penitent. We don't know anything about the major virtue. Let's at least find out what Ladislas's virtue is. That's super minor. I mean, at this point, we have a 1 in 5 of getting the same or better. Or a certain thing here. It's tough. I'll come back to that. We have 2 open vaults. We might confine Aaron. Oh, we just looked at that. We need the Kegnies. This part of the game does take a while, I know. I'm recording more Momodora after this. If this dies, or if I just get like 2 sessions in, I'm probably just gonna go over that and try the Momodora again for those who are interested. Some people are. Well, probably just because this is like, it's the same game. But you know, the long game people are interested in. I'll probably switch to something else here in a bit. Moving along, penitents. We only have 1 inquiry, and we have 2 people who are definitely penitent, in Miri and Bogdan. Man, Kegni's rocking it. No, like, major sinners, except maybe a Neda. Maybe. Let's ask about Bogdan, since we have a little bit more obedience to spend. Alright. In that case, we're probably going to use Miri. Miri has... it's not exactly a 1 in 3, because there aren't as many major virtues. Remember, we were looking for accusatory or just, and we just don't see those here. But there's still a chance that, I mean, it's either the same as Bogdan or better, so we're going to appoint Miri. You're going to spot the evildoers. Your job is ignorance, not spotting evildoers. And appoint an advisor here. I guess we just have to go with honest, because we need that penitence, but we're probably going to die here. We need to confine 2 more people. So we have some folks here. Let's confine Vaccine. And, I mean, he just had that... Oh, they're doing just fine. Let's confine... Oh. Confine Aaron. I didn't do anything weird here, did I? No, still a village. Okay. Stop at the tower real quick. And we're just going to try and purify everyone. Unexpected results. Let's do it. We don't have time to waste. Alright. Actually, we do, but we don't. This could be the last one. I don't know. Here we go. Alright. Remember, we'd like to use Hana if we can, because Cadwell's at minus 31. Blackthorn, we'd like to use Milo. She's at minus 32. Again, we don't need tons and tons and tons of discipline. So using these 2 will get their people up. They should improve the discipline significantly, 7 plus, whatever. And then when we kill the pervert, it should continue to improve discipline. The problem here is this guy. This guy is going to cause so many problems for us. In fact, you know what? I take this back. Do this, because this won't actually affect discipline right now, right? We can do both of that. Well, penitence plus 5 versus penitence plus 2 and penitence plus something. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be a big deal. I mean, even if we do this penitence plus 1, no. We need as much penitence as we can get. Maybe we should just do Miri just to see how much she is, but that's a big hit to take. We'll spread that so we get what we can, since we don't know how that's going to go. That's going to go 21 up 5. Who knows what this is going to do. I'm tempted to use Efferson as we could, because she's supposed to be good at penitence, but that's such a random thing. Not helpful in any way. Ignorance, woo. Penitence, woo. Ignorance minus 10. Remember it was at 21? It's at 28, so it looks like we've gone up by a total of 7. penitence plus 2. So she had a penitence plus 5 divided by 2, so she's at a plus 10 bonus. A foul flourishing. Vicar Everson sniffs, complaining of the snow has melted, the village rots. Some manner of filth creeps, making the people stink. Maybe they should just take a bath. Encourage penitence by bathing everyone. Encourage discipline. Or just research purification rites. Just bathe them. Casimir Cagney hides his body, blushing from toe to crown. Casimir Cagney is chaste. How interesting. Everyone had to go into the sea. Everyone into the ocean. Alright. We do need to use some discipline because killing her will not be enough. The shield is only going to give half that value. And we know that she has a penitence of plus 10, which might be good. So we're going to have to encourage discipline, and we're going to have to do this. Discipline is going to go up at this point by 7. That might just barely be enough. We're not sure. Her penitence is only going to go up by 5. Actually, what we could do then is, if penitence goes up by 10, ignorance, that's fine. If penitence goes up by 10, that's 45, and then if we split the thing between them, that should be okay. So let's find out. Yay, ignorance. Yay, penitence. Ignorance. Okay, 42. So it's up by 7? Maybe she's a major virtue. Discipline is up to 7. Okay. That's good. They're happy. They're not happy. They're more happy. I'm sorry, Kedwell. I can't do anything for you. Fania says, oh, she's been such a troublemaker. My mother does not abide by the rules of the church. I see her writing letters to someone she calls uncle, who does not live here. Is that possible? Do people live other places? Perhaps she has gone mad. Please help, daughter of Fania. Oh, yeah, see? I knew she causes trouble. This is the daughter of Fania. Okay, Fania was the one who's solving all the problems. She is full of fervor, but she is undisciplined. So, Blackbourne will not like this. They're already not happy. Or we can reward the child for her loyalty, and they will like it. I'm sure that causes some other problems, but we have to pick it because Blackbourne is not happy right now. Alright. She has a tongue of Chernobog. Fania seems nervous, but affirms her pride. Look at that. Good. We'll probably find more about that later if we don't die. Alright, we're on to the last one. 7 plus 15 is exactly 22, which might be just enough to get this up. Penitence is sitting here at 42. It needs at least 8, preferably 9. Having her do stuff is with someone else probably won't work. If she's at penitence plus 10, we're good. If she's at penitence plus 7, which it seemed like she was last month, it's not so good. But it's the best chance we've got, because killing this person isn't going to help. In fact, using this person isn't going to help. Our best, just not. And I think penitence was sitting at 35 last time, meaning that it went up, sure, but he didn't affect penitence at all. So it went up by 7 when we cut her in half. So she'll probably have penitence go up by 15. 7 would be fine again, if it could be, but not. And when we did this, penitence went up by... It should have gone up by 9, but I think it only went up by 7 again. Which wouldn't be enough. Likewise, penitence here probably isn't enough. It just makes discipline down too much, so... Nobody is happy here, but this might keep us alive. She's run out of books to burn. Penitence is way up. Penitence was up about as much as I thought. Ignorance minus 20, because she's the most... So look at that. Okay, so penitence is alright. They're super happy. Everyone else is angry. They're very angry. That's fine. Alright, here we go. We gotta sacrifice someone and find out whether or not we die. Who are we gonna kill? I wonder. It's gonna be Misha, cause the pervert. The discipline is gonna go up to something. And notice how they're super mad. They're rebellious now. It's because they're already like kind of mad. They're gonna get extra mad. And too bad. This could kill us. Etc. Through sacrifice thy will be done, Misha, etc. House Jefferson mourns Misha, but is all like, oh, get rid of her. Discipline plus 15, so it's up to 22. It looks like that wasn't enough. It looks like we need 23. Let's see what happens. The end is nigh. The village has repeatedly failed to demonstrate discipline. It needed to be 25, I guess. We would have died either way from either discipline or penitence there. The fact that we didn't have a sufficient major virtue, we didn't know about the Kegni major virtue, wasn't good enough, so. Accept. The village rejects discipline. The people quickly eat the year's harvest and starve. You are one of the last to sicken and perish. That's kind of silly. Like, as people starve, we should have more food and not die off. But okay, I guess we're really bad at farming. Alright. We survived for 5 seasons, 2 years, 1 seasons. 9. Not bad. 9 seasons. We did sacrifice most of the major centers. Look at that, 9 out of 11. Keep in mind that because there are so many seasons involved, even if you sacrifice all of the major centers, you have to sacrifice minor centers at some point. Villagers awoken, 0. I don't even know what that means. Endings unlocked, 0 out of 7. That's a lie. I have seen the ending to this game. I've seen one of them. There's actually another ending now. Interesting. I have no idea how to unlock it. One ending is, of course, if you just manage to survive the whole time. And I think the other endings are like, if you die on the last season, if you fail the last season in the same way we just did. I think that's another ending. I don't know what the 7th ending is, so that's kind of weird. Discovered a fair bit of traits. Sacrificed 9 people, but, you know, you're only going to sacrifice whatever 5 times 4 is. It's probably 20. You're going to sacrifice 20 people. I've managed to do it once, but it is tough. It is tough. Nonetheless, that ends the Shrouded Isle. We're going to be done with this series. If you really, 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 really want more, fine, but I don't think people are that into it. But that ends the series for now. We're going to go over to Momodora, and I will see everyone over there. Hope you guys enjoyed this as best as you can, and if you really like it, support Kit Fox Games, the developer. They have done some other really cool stuff. So check it out, Steam and other things. See you later. Oh, wait, what happens if we hit accept? Oh, nothing. Alright, goodbye.